Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. It's a little nippy out today, but we're going to change things up a bit and we're going to get away from the air rifles and do some woodwork today. Uh, we've got a set of steps here that needs to be replaced. Uh, the wind blowed that run off and these were straight up and down. Somebody just slapped them together and it's not safe. So we're going to make new ones out of these 2 by 12 10 footers. And I've already marked out the layout for my step. If you can see them lines. And I just basically wanted to show how I came about these measurements. Now the first thing I did was just to double check the 36 degrees for this angle. I wanted to double check it. So basically all I did was took one of these up there and set it up there about where it was going to be, and just took my square here and I put it up at the top tip, and then I turned that to where it was at 36 degrees, and that gave me my straight up and down. So that told me that my length is going to be okay. So the first thing you want to do, this is going to be the top side, is take your square and put it to the edge, hold the corner so it stays, and then you turn that to 36 degrees. And then you make your mark. Alright, and since that square is not long enough, then we'll just take this and complete it out. And you want to make sure you're nice and straight. I couldn't find my big square, so that's why I have to use this little one. And you notice I have tape on this. Well, this is at 7 1/4 rise, and this is your 10-inch step. So what we do is take this square and put it up, and you can do it on the inside or the outside, it don't matter. So I put the 10-inch right here at this corner, and then I put the 7 1/4 right there on the edge. So we'll make sure we got the first one correct, because all the rest of them is going to follow. So then we make that mark. That's your top step. So let's pretend this is your board going on your top step. That's it. So then we take this square and we go to the point on that one, and then put our 10-inch right here. And there you got your first 2 steps. Now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to have 9 steps. So I'm going to finish this and get them marked out, and then we'll cut them up. This thing's kicking my butt. I got my runners up, or my stringers, and I just tied them together here, there, in the middle, and up there at the top. That way it'd be a whole lot easier to put up. But it wasn't that easy to put up, working by myself here. But what I should have done was got a 12-foot board instead of a 10-foot. I could have used another step, but I ended up having to, this here is real hard wood. It's old wood. And I just made this plate. It's 1/2-inch steel angle, probably a 3x6, something like that. And I used this to mount it up in here with 3-inch decking screws. I'm gonna tell you, they went in hard. And then I put 2-inch screws here so it wouldn't come out the other side. And them steps are pretty solid. They're not coming down anytime soon. So I got it level, as you can see. So now I just got to run my runners, or my steps. So let's get to cutting steps. So now what I need to do is I got to cut 1 inch out of here and 1 inch on that little piece right there, just a little notch just to get it past that. And then we need to come up here and I got to cut a notch here so this will go all the way back to this backflash. So we're trying to get things safe around here, and these steps were not safe before. So it's a little high right here, but I believe I can dig that out flat and put some concrete pavers or something there. I don't know, I might put some rocks there. I got a bunch of flat rocks out of the creek. I can probably just dig and make a little platform there. Well guys, it's the next day, and ran out of daylight last night, and I finally got the steps done, and I'll show you that here in a second. You can probably already see it. So now we got to work on railing. So we're going to put a rail on both sides. It didn't used to have a rail on both sides. It only had one rail. And we're going to change the railing from, because it had a railing on the back side, but it was one of them metal framed that had wood on top of it, and it won't fit now. It's too long. So what we've done is I ripped these 2x12s down and made some 10-foot 2x4s, and we're gonna try to make this look as nice as possible, and see if we can't put some railing on here. So we left this post because it's pretty solid, and we're just gonna take this step here back off and cut a slot for another rail to come up to hold the banister. But this is the steps. They're nice and solid. And that'll work. So they're level in both directions, except, well, it's slightly off in this direction. This side here is just a hair higher, simply because when I had to dig this out to put this block in to level it, it's a little, just a hair high. It's just barely off the bubble. Basically, I left it that way because this is going to sink, and once it sinks, then it should level itself. All right, guys, we got the steps done. I went ahead and finished them. The first part of this video is the important part on how to measure for your stringers for your steps. But we got handrails on it now on both sides, and they're not the sturdiest in the world, but it's better than what it did have. It didn't have nothing. So we got the railing up, and now we have steps. What do you think, guys? That'll work. Then eventually I might put a rock pad there or something, but now them steps are safe and will be there for a long time. So hope you guys got something out of that. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later.